in the pocket of your pants. Well, that's all better than Theo. Awards and cops and cold, wet socks. Finding ants in your cereal box. Well, that's still better than Theo. Well, this is better than Theo. And now, your host for Better Than Theo, it's Dave!
Hello, folks. Welcome to Better Than Theo. I'm your host, Dave Maher.
Better than Theo.
Oh, looks like we've already got some interruptions from Theo happening. Theo, if you're out there, we just want you to know you suck. We're better than you, and you are trash.
You know, better than Theo.
Story about Theo. She told me, one time I met Theo. And I thought that was the whole story, and it turns out it wasn't. She said, I met Theo, and he left a diaper on the street. And I said, Mom, is Theo did he use the diaper? And she said, yes, he used the diaper.
Yeah.
And he left it in the street. And she was so horrified. And then she said to me, I cleaned up that diaper. And you know what? And I said, Mom, what? And she said, that whole experience is still, even the amount it involved Theo. All that time I got to spend by myself, picking up Theo's used diaper out the road, still better than actually interacting with Theo as a human being.
That is better than Theo.
Theo is trash. Theo is pretty much the worst being. I hesitate to even call Theo a person. Folks, you know that we have been doing this show for going on 42 years now. Every week we talk about how bad Theo is.
I can't believe it's been that long. I mean, it feels like just yesterday that we started this show. And, like we just...
Well, time flies when you're better than Theo,
Yeah. Yeah, you really couldn't have said that better, Dave.
Theo certainly couldn't have said it better.
No.
And people have asked me, Dave, why didn't you call the show We Hate Theo? Well, because we're focused on the positive here. Better than Theo.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't get bogged down in Theo. We are better than Theo.
Right. Just because we happen to be constantly talking about Theo doesn't mean that we're actually focused on Theo.
Yeah.
Hot, what's something today that happened to you that was better than Theo?
Today, I wouldn't say it was so much something that happened that was better than Theo.
Mm-hmm.
I just was thinking today of all of the things that are better than Theo, which obviously is innumerable.
Sure.
Because
I just call that consciousness.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Potatoes are arguably pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Far beyond Theo. Potatoes. Yeah. I was thinking of like paper clips, better than Theo.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of ferns. That's better than Theo.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I was thinking some gum stuck on the bottom of your shoe. That's better than Theo.
Ooh, that's better than Theo.
Okay, wait. Now I understand the logistics of our show. I understand how our crew works here. And you know what? Even my misunderstandings, we could do this show for 42 more years. I could misunderstand it the whole time. Still be better than Theo.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, you know, I just, I see that we have um, here. I'm going to bring in our guests real quick.
Okay.
We what is that? Is that me?
Hot. What's happening?
What? I mean, wait.
Hot. Hot. How is that? Wait,
It,
which hot? Hot. Wake up. Hot.
what?
Hot. Wake up. Wake up, hot. Wake up. Hot the cat. Wake up. Hot the cat. Wake up.
It's the Hot Show, and I don't know how it's gonna go. It's the Hot Show, and I can't guess what's gonna happen next. So come on and join in. Let's do the Hot Show. Hello and welcome to the Hot Show. Sorry, I'm a little late tonight. I was fell asleep. For the show, I kind of had a long day today. Decided to get in a quick nap and fell asleep. Had an alarm, woke me up, and rushed on over. So I'm a little out of it. I'm feeling a little weird. But, so glad to be here. Thanks so much to anyone who ever sees this, whether you're watching now or in the future. I do see that we got a couple people watching. I see some comments in the chat. Oh, Potato Lady's here. So glad to see Potato Lady. What a pleasure. Got a very exciting show tonight. Dave Maher is going to be on tonight. We're going to be talking to him about his new show, Here to Make Friends. It's going to be towards the end of this month. He's going to be performing at the Neo-Futurist Theater. Let's start bringing some people on. Let's not waste time here today. Hello. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty well. It was a nice nap there.
Now, this is a strange occurrence. I see that you are Amy today. Uh,
I woke up from my nap and just accidentally decided to use a first name today. So today, Hot the Cat, we are on a first name basis.
oh, that's nice. Yeah, I feel like we should probably talk about this. That this is the first show that we're doing after a long time. Like, it's kind of the idea here of being like, we're waking up from a cat nap. The hot show has taken a long nap. It's been quite a while, and we're waking up. Oh yeah. Oh, DJ Freddy 10 in the chat. Woo, woo. Yeah. How's your months long nap been, Amy?
Months long nap has been pretty eventful. Lots of stuff. And I thank all the viewers for giving us that, not causing a riot when we took that nice break. I enjoyed some time with family, took a vacation, did a lot of photography stuff, and I added more shelves to my. There are more shelves.
Nice shelves over there.
And a record player. So new additions. Yeah, let's wake anybody else up while we're here.
Yeah, I feel like let's get our guest on.
All right, bring him on in.
What's up?
Classic Dave entrance here.
This is a new catchphrase I'm trying out. What's that?
You seem like somebody who wakes up with a lot of energy.
Do I?
In this moment right now, it seems like.
Hey, well, when I have to wake up at 8:15 p.m., yeah, I'm killing it with the energy. But generally, no. I've developed a bad back. That's been screwing me up recently. I would say I'm mid energy. If I need to be awake, I can get woken up and be energetic. If there's someone I'm annoying, that will get me energetic in the morning. But I can also be pretty sluggish.
What a motivating way to wake up.
Right. So you just kind of referenced being sluggishness and stuff. What animal they are. I am a cat, but in this instance, I'm kind of wondering, like, when you first wake up in the morning, what animal would you say you're most often identifying with?
Good question. Something just kind of like curious, something that is looking for routines but is easily distracted. Something that just wants a little bit of nice music. What am I describing? I don't know. I'm trying to think of what that adds up to.
As a cat, there are quite a few of those things you just said that reminded me a lot of being a cat. The music a little bit less so, but kind of everything else. Like, I'm curious but easily distracted.
I'm feeling squirrely energy from that description.
Interesting. Maybe like an owl. Maybe just like an owl, like waking up and trying to like shake some stuff out and kind of like trying to get a good crick out of the neck, like Yeah, leaning back, trying to like crack some things. Maybe but I'll take squirrel. I'll take cat. I didn't want to step on. I didn't want to appropriate your culture. Hot.
No, I mean, I'm just saying what you identify with. I'm not saying like, I think we've had a good number of cats on this show before. Uh, I don't think that you're really stepping on. If you feel like a cat, you can be a cat. That's sort of the way I am. I am a cat, and I also feel like a cat.
That's good. It feels like you're very aligned.
Yeah. Though in the morning, I don't know if cat is necessarily uh, my energy. I do kind of like the bird thing. Uh, that brings some interesting things to mind. Um,
That's the
I
sound that a bird makes.
Yes. I just imagined you like waking up in the morning and like yawning and going, "Caw-caw!" Like it's like a stretch. And and I love the idea of like, when owls are shaking themselves out, like I would like to that seems like a cute look as well.
um, though as I'm thinking about it some more, I think cat is actually uh, pretty close to how I feel in the morning. Like when a cat is waking up, I really like going like straight for a stretch. Um, I really kind of I like moving around, but like also I kind of like plopping down places, uh, and then I'll kind of get back up and stretch again. And it is very cat like.
Cat's a classic.
Yeah. Potato lady in the chat here. Yeah, every morning. Some mole energy. Amy, how about you? What do you go for? How's
Um,
your
I'm
morning energy?
identifying with some strong rodent energy normally, but I feel as though a chipmunk or squirrel would be great. Lately, I've figured out how to make my robot in my home wake me up with mariachi music, which is a
Wait, what
great.
kind of robot?
I don't want to say its name.
A smart, a
uh,
branded smart
she doesn't
device
go
of
by
some sort.
Lexi, but her full
Gotcha,
name
gotcha,
only.
gotcha. Okay. I
And
wasn't sure if that was like a function on some other device that you had.
Uh,
no, it's one of those, and
Okay.
I found out that the best way to wake me up in the morning is with like a high energy song, and if I need to get going, and this morning I needed to get going early, I was like, I'm gonna start waking up to mariachi music, and man, 7:30 in the morning, like, and especially if it's one of those ones that enters with like a lot of violins. Ah, lovely. It's a perfect way to start your day.
Oh, that's a good. I have some songs that I've been starting the day with. What are
oh
do we have music that we start the day with? I mean mariachi music, but hot. Do you have
no,
songs that you start the day with?
it's very rare that I start the day with music. Actually, um, I don't know what it is. I think especially if I wake up early in the morning, I really kind of enjoy the calm and peace of like nothing happening. Um, I also am often thinking about dreams that I've had, um, and like sometimes music can kind of disrupt that, if you know what I mean.
They say you're supposed to write down your dream immediately, or
Yeah,
like and
yeah,
it'll help you remember your dreams waking up.
yeah. I've run into problems with that where I get so caught up in writing down my dreams that I am not going along in my day. Um, it's it's kind of a real problem, which was why I had to stop doing that.
I relate to that.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's because I'm in bed checking social media, which I'm sure lots of people do.
Now, this is a really lovely morning discussion, but I do feel like I don't really want to like kind of preamble this show too much because Dave, you do so many cool things, um,
Thanks, man.
and I I don't want to like wait too long, and then we're just kind of like, oh yeah, and at the end, we try to cram it all in. Like I feel like we should kind of like start talking about some of it. Um, oh, this kind of reminds me actually. The poster this week was related to some of the cool things that you do.
Sure.
Uh, the poster this week by the great Garbanzo,
So good.
which actually, if you don't mind, I think I might play a quick little song.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's here, it's Garbanzo.
Whoa, Garbanzo, thank you for your beautiful artwork.
Thank you.
I wish that I was like, I know that's based on my real life personhood, but I wish I looked like this. This thing looks cooler than I look. I liked it.
Tell me that you don't have chicken feet?
That's not the part I want to look like. I just feel like my head and my face looked cooler. I guess. I mean, I'll take pigeon feet if I have to, but
Wait, yeah,
Your head and face look cool.
what's that?
Your head and face look cool.
Oh, thank you. That's very, man. This is doing great. I'm feeling great from this show so far.
can I ask?
Go ahead.
So, can I ask if you had the option to jump back in time to like when you felt you looked your coolest, but you like in the now time you had to jump back, but your legs became chicken feet. Would you do that?
Is this for me? Is this for everyone?
I think I'd say this
Garbanzo?
for everyone. I'd say this is
Okay.
a question for everyone.
Yes.
Really? When would you say that was?
Oh.
You don't even know. You're just like, it's worth the sacrifice. I'll figure out the time period later.
I'm gonna go somewhere else. Yeah, 2013.
Yo, I was about to say the same thing. I feel like I was really physically like limber in 2013.
2013 feels right.
I was looking pretty good in 2013 too. Maybe that was just a hot year for the a hot show hot year. But at the risk of being too obvious, I'm gonna say, what? No, I would not trade it to have chicken legs. What? That would be horrible. Would throw the whole thing off.
If you could pick any legs you wanted.
Well, but I feel like they have to be bird legs or something because there has to be a trade-off going on, you know?
Oh, that is a good point.
Well, the trade-off is you have to relive through all the emotional horror of 2013 to 2023.
No, you're staying as you are. Like, you're staying in the present time, but your body is becoming how it was, 10 years ago.
But with chicken feet,
but you also have to have chicken feet.
as long as I can put like fishnets on them.
But
And
you had pigeon feet, to be fair.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But
That's
and
true.
also, are we saying pigeon feet or pigeon legs or both?
oh, the legs are where it's at. The feet are like the worst part.
I don't know. I would say the legs are not that great. The feet, though, you could grasp onto stuff. Like there's a lot more grasping potential there.
Well, I just
Totally.
want to say, as we continue the conversation, I'm going to make a transformation that's going to be a lot more obvious from the Better Than Theo set to my home, where I hope to spend the rest of the hot show. I'll be on the whole time, but just so you're not, or if I'm walking, don't be scared.
Oh, that's fine.
How
I
terrifying.
think we can. We've dealt with some walking on this show before. I think we can do it again.
I'm really sorry to disrespect the production and the craft, Hot. I really apologize.
How dare you! Disrespect the house of the hot show with your moving body.
You need to sing a song as you do it.
Oh yeah, sing a little song.
I'm walking on to a new location.
I'm throwing away the milkshake that I had at this Byron's Hot Dogs.
What flavor was your milkshake?
And then there was a milkshake. It was far away. We tossed it in the trash. It was the day. What song am I thinking of?
Once there was a thing to get back. Oh, is that it? The
yes!
Beatles?
And the
Yep.
context behind it made sense.
Sweet little milkshake to get in the trash.
So,
No, you're right. To get back home, exactly. Good
Yeah,
point.
it is to get back home. You're right.
Dave, while you're walking, talking,
What's that?
will you be singing it all? What kind of performance is your?
Yeah.
No.
You have
No,
an
I did.
upcoming show.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Hot.
Oh no, you have a show. Yeah, let's talk about it.
I have a show. It's a one-man comedy theater show called Here to Make Friends. It's based on the fact that I watched 40 seasons of Survivor in 4 months during the pandemic. And
Classic pandemic. Yeah.
Yes, classic pandemic. Also, I just think it's trying to do a comedy show about COVID that doesn't suck, which I think this might be the first one. So we're gonna give that a try. Oh, but will I be doing songs? No. I did have an idea recently, though, today actually, because there's a moment in the show where I mention the possibility of my own immortality, and I thought about adding a lip sync to the Evanescence song "My Immortal."
Yes.
But I think that would derail. I think adding that in would distract from some of the other work that needs doing on the show, and I think that's an impulse that my mind is leading me toward to procrastinate. So I am. There will not be a My Immortal lip sync, but know that that's where my head is at.
We have a question in the chat here. Will you include potatoes?
I'm open. I can see certain bits being being able to use, we could use potatoes in certain bits. There's a but I want to do it respectfully. So like at one point there's I and another person will be balancing a ping pong ball on a paddle. If we substituted a potato for the ping pong ball, would that be like disrespectful, or would that be perfect?
Just real quick, I want to say, I appreciate the amount that you're trying to be very respectful to what's going on in this show.
Yeah, it's because my instinct is the opposite, so I have to really try to remind myself the other way.
Let loose.
Yeah, it's the hot show, man. You don't know what's going to happen.
Listen, this is a huge opportunity for me, okay? I need this to go right.
I believe there are 2 points to save.
Oh, geez, Louise.
Doesn't Lorne Michaels watches this show, right?
Yeah. All the
I
time.
love the thing I like about Lorne Michaels is I like his politics.
We got Potato Lady responding.
Okay, let me look at this.
I would not be offended by that idea, but I don't think I would attend if potatoes were not included.
Okay, well then potatoes will be included. Okay, but you're giving me a lot of I would not if, but I might that. I need some definitive. If you come, Potato Lady, I will put potatoes in the show.
Oh, this is kind of a catch-22 here.
Arrived late, but
How do you deal with hecklers?
what's your favorite
Dave?
way to prepare a potato?
All right, no,
Wow.
I think that might be getting us a little off track here.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. It was a good instinct to go for the potato question, and you're welcome to answer it, Dave. But I also
You know what? Hell no. I don't care about that question. That's stupid. I don't respect anything about that question.
I think maybe you're going too far the other way.
No. I like potatoes a lot of different ways. No, okay, wait. What am I answering about the show? What am I?
Well, I said, how do you deal? Or will you be dealing with hecklers?
Well, okay. So this is a good. I'm going to answer this question very sincerely. I would be really, really surprised. There's a lot of audience interaction in the show. That said, I'd be really, really surprised if there were hecklers, because part of my project when it comes to the live performance aspect of what I do is I just hate the way that stand-ups do crowd work. Most of, like 99.9% of crowd work is really, really bad. And so there will be so much audience interaction in this show. And I'm aware that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. So I want to be clear that it's not like that I'm still the like priority of the show. So I'm not like particularly interested in too much. I'll be directing the interaction, but there will be interaction. But I would just be really surprised if there are hecklers, because I'm going to be like very directly asking questions of individuals, of anyone from the audience who wants to answer certain questions. So
Ask a question to us.
Ask a question to you.
Also, before you do that, I do also want to make a comment, because you are doing your show at the Neo-Futurist Theater, and the environment that, in the one time that I went there, the environment that the Neo-Futurist Theater has is not one where there are hecklers. Like, it's like a very interesting and like respectful performance space,
but without being like stuffy, like
right.
You know, it's not like like respectful performance. It makes it sound like it's going to be like opera or something, or like it's going to be like really like people are just like afraid of any interaction. Like the neo-futurists, like their main show is like very like athletic, entertaining, like kind of whole hog. And I think they just do a great job of curating. And I think the people who come are very just excited to be there. So I mean, I expect people to like, I expect it to get a little bit chaotic, but in ways that I'm very excited about.
Fuck yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Are you excited to make new friends?
Whole hog. Listen, I was, God, who said, listen, Purple Train, okay? I was trying not to say balls out. I was trying to think of an all genitalia inclusive. And now that I'm realizing it, I didn't. I just went with a different part of dicks, you know? And I
together
all the same thing.
You know, I kind of went straight for thinking of the pig. Thinking of the
well,
yeah,
that's
what I thought too. I thought like
well, that's how I meant it, but I don't know. This is listen, Purple
David,
Train.
you caught yourself in a pickle.
I know. Not everyone has a hug. Some of us. People. This is already going horrible. It shows off.
In the private chat here, we have somebody saying not everyone has a hog. Some of us are apple farmers, and I literally have no idea what this means.
I'm canceling the show. The show's over. Just so you all know, it's all. Even this promotion has gone too far off the rails. Lorne, if you're watching, I would still love to talk politics with you.
Really on here to be on Saturday Night Live?
No. I just want to talk about which right-wing politicians we love.
Yeah, is that the question that you want to ask us?
No. Okay, here's a question. Direct. This is a question I will be asking. Lorne Michaels is the longtime producer of Saturday Night Live, one of the most powerful executives in television. No, probably ultimately not a very good guy. That's all. Okay, this is a question. So the format of Here to Make Friends alternates between, to simplify it, it alternates between Survivor style challenges and conversations. Just like not quite open-ended, but in some ways open-ended questions I have about the pandemic, about life, that I, rather than like, I feel very strongly about, but rather than be like preachy and yelly at an audience, I would rather like hear what people have to say about stuff. Like that, I would consider a heckle, Amy. That if a burp gets that loud in my show, I would consider it a heckle.
And how would you deal with it?
I would do it just like that. I would shame the person. I would make sure they felt bad for. Well, okay. Actually,
they melt into their chair while waiting for you to ask this very important question about life.
Well, this is a great. I was going to ask a different question from the show, but here is a genuine chunk of the show, which, because it is improvisational, will not be repeated, but will start from the same place in the actual show. Since Amy just burped, I'm curious how you all feel about having a body.
That is a great question.
Wait, Garbanzo, did you have some inklings, some starting points?
I'm thinking about it. Let me take that question in.
Well, so while you think about it, here's why I ask, is because I hate it. I realize I don't love that I hate it, but I pretty much don't love having a body. There's a large. My ultimate values are to be embodied, to be present, to be like we have one life and we're in it right now. But my default, my daily thing, like I would love to just be a brain with ideas, talking to people, watching things that not have to deal with aches, not have to deal with pain, not have to deal with anxiety over, oh man, Garbanzo drew my face so much cooler looking than my actual face, you know. Oh, this beard is too long, or is it perfectly long for survival? Why am I, I don't want to have to be thinking about all these things.
I really
So
enjoy having a body.
If it's okay, I'd like to offer like a alternative perspective to that
Oh,
question.
please.
There was this Ken Robinson chat that was a TED Talk that I watched, and he's an incredible, like, he's an educator, and he talks about educating children and how often our education system is made to basically turn people into professors, and like you're just floating around as a part of, like, your brain is just like your body is just there to support your brain. But there's so many different kinds of intelligence and like joy that come from just having a body and the thankfulness of having one. Like, think about, even if, like, your perspective, like, I'm sure that if like you're dealing with chronic pain or other things, like, I think, like, there's the joy of dance, or like things like, I know when I'm walking, I love just like touching all the plants on my walks or sniffing. And I feel like if you just had a brain and didn't have touch, the world might be less interesting. And I'd also just recently spent a week with my two nieces who are 4 and 1.5. And so much of like the world is discovering, or like my experience through the world is discovering things just by touching them, or like having an experience of like uh feeling like skin, like the sun on your skin, or um like a little tickle of a plant when walking by, and all those little joyful things that are nice to have. So I guess having a body is a nice transport system for my soul.
it's a nice transport system to your soul,
Yeah,
to your soul, or for your soul.
both. It depends on what I'm doing.
Okay, I like that. Garbanzo, you were saying you liked having a body.
I thoroughly enjoy having a body.
That sounds kind of naughty.
I'm
Oh my god!
gonna
Did
mute
you
myself
just
because the way you
snort, laugh, and burp?
no.
What happened? The more snorts, the better. Yeah, like I have COVID right now.
Oh no!
It's a thing. It's fine. I don't know. But like I'm noticing how that's affecting how I feel things in my body. I don't know. When have you all had COVID?
I have not.
You have not.
I have not.
Congratulations.
I
Thank
had
you.
it, and it made my body feel pretty goofy. I just like slept for a good 20, like, I think it was a day and a half. Like, I think I got up maybe a couple times.
Yeah, I feel a little bit sleepy. I think I kind of feel that.
It's also doing something amazing for your hair.
Is it?
Maybe it's the perspective, but it seems as though COVID has made your hair very floofy.
Well, look at that.
I mean, it's also been quite a while since we've seen garbanzo.
It's been a minute.
So maybe
But I think the
maybe
body
there's some
does
fluke
such amazing
happening.
things. Like when
Uh,
I don't stretch, when I don't do yoga for a day, I feel it. It's a big thing. Like,
What do you feel? Where do you feel it?
where do I feel it when I
Mhm.
don't do yoga?
Yeah, like what is a feeling in your body that you notice?
I feel like I am more quick to respond in anger
Mm.
when
Where
I.
does anger feel like it comes from?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
Thank you.
When it's not from from a psychic place, it's not an internal place. Probably my hips, and it's probably an act of desperation. Like,
Say
I don't
more.
know what else to do. I feel like shit. God damn it, you fucking piece. Yeah, I'll come out of it, and it's usually from my hips. So like a good pigeon pose will take care of that. It'll make me a much more tolerable person. And
So your hips feel closed off when you're angry.
yeah, I guess
Mm.
so. Until you brought that up, I hadn't really thought about it that way. But
hmm.
yeah,
Well, I'm already doing pretty good work, it seems like.
why don't we all stretch our hips?
I mean, I'm
Okay,
up for it.
well,
I was thinking that I'm kind of curious. We have some other folks hanging out uh, in the chat that maybe we could see how they feel about this. How they feel about having a body. Um, this kind of open it up for a little, like, you know, kind of like a call-in show a little bit. Uh, um, I also quickly would like to answer for myself that personally, uh, I kind of often struggle with having a body. There are a lot of embodied things that I highly enjoy, and when I am embodied the most, I feel great. Um,
yes.
but uh, I often very much struggle with uh, just having a body. Um, in a similar way to kind of what you were saying, like um, that sometimes I think uh, that my being is not completely tied to uh, being in a body, and so it does.
I'm so sorry. I don't know where this is coming from.
Uh, yeah. So I guess I just don't. I don't know uh, always what to do with my body because it's like I'm not always using it in my experience, kind of. You know, it just feels weird.
Totally.
I feel like that's a weird thing to say though, because you are using it whether like you want to or not, you know?
For sure, but I feel like our, you know, civilization, society, Western hemisphere, Americans are especially, taught to make a distinction between brain and body, even if there is none.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe like just I don't know. I feel like maybe I feel like I'm part of my body most of the time, and maybe that's because I have ADD and I'm always wiggling. So I'm
I mean,
and there's so much like that goes on in my body that like is like, hey, uh, even if I'm just in my head, like your brain is part of your head. Like there's so much like physiological parts to your brain that that
Yeah,
are, you know.
I mean, I do understand, but that's not my experience of it. Like,
Yeah.
and even though like I'm like moving a lot too. Like I do a lot of like just moving around, but like ultimately, most of the moving around I do is trying to relieve myself
Whew.
from having a body. Like,
I just feel like having only a brain would be so exhausting. Like
I mean, yeah,
you gotta
I
sleep so that you, like your brain doesn't just like overload.
I mean, you can still sleep. Why not?
Yeah.
Your brain. I mean, your brain sleeps anyway.
Hmm.
Also, I'm gonna just say this, and then I think we should bring on somebody, and I'm gonna try to do it as quick as possible, so there is as little time as possible to respond to what I'm gonna say. Um, but ultimately, I think that the experience of the body is basically not real. Um, that you are really mostly just your mind anyway. Um, and with that, I think let's bring on a friend um, to talk about how they feel about having a body. Um, Somebody's here, and it's Luda. Hey, Luda, how's it going?
Hey guys,
Hello, Luda.
what's
Hello.
up? Hi Dave, thanks for coming on the show. Good to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you.
So yeah, Luda, I feel like I absolutely want you to answer this question, but I think we have some more pressing question for you, even than how you feel about
Okay,
your body.
okay.
Come on,
What's
production crew, what's going
Where
on?
in the world is Luda?
I'm in Montana. Here, I'll give you a look. See.
Wow,
That looks like Montana.
it does look like Montana.
Where in Montana are you?
I'm not gonna say publicly anymore.
Yeah, I
Irish.
think that's
I learned my
not.
lesson last time. I kept saying I was in a town of 200 people in Oregon. You could have like walked up to I was like, I'm in the big red barn in Elkton, Oregon, where there's 200 people. You could have found me easy. Now I learned my lesson. Montana's a big state. Come and find me, motherfuckers.
I'm right next to a buffalo.
So to
I do have a new dog, though. Can I invite you? Can I
oh
introduce you to my new dog?
yeah,
Hiya.
I definitely do want to get to you
Sit.
answering this question, but yeah, a dog kind of trumps everything else.
Kaya. That's Kaya.
Wait, can you show us Kai again?
Can we make that?
I think we both tried.
Oh my goodness.
Kaya!
Good girl.
Fuck, that dog is so cute.
Wow. That's a
Oh,
very
I'm
cute
gonna
dog.
die. It's so adorable.
Good
Oh,
girl.
if you didn't have a body, you couldn't pet dogs.
Good girl.
You win.
you know, I think it's kind of interesting that
Oh,
we're kind of getting a bit into oh
it's so cute. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
we're-
Oh,
Good girl. Roll over. Roll over. Come on.
oh man, oh man.
Roll over. Good girl.
Oh, we got a doggy belly.
Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Oh,
Good girl, Kaya. Good girl.
Kaya.
She lets me hug her. Watch.
Aw.
She loves
Yeah,
it.
she
She
seems
loves it.
she seems pretty
Kaya.
happy.
How do you feel about having a body?
I think dogs really enjoy having bodies.
Of course.
Yeah, okay. But you're like, Amy, you're getting like kind of intense about the you should like having a body. Not
I don't
everyone
have a-
has to like
no.
having a body.
I think that the idea of not wanting one, if I can alter, if I
Is
can
wrong.
it, while having a body can suck sometimes, I think that at times, while it sucks, there are little moments to be thankful for just having one at all. Because you wouldn't be here if you didn't have a body.
So for sure, but might I offer a counterpoint there
Sure.
with respect. I wanna offer ultimate respect, light, love, essential oils. I just want to say that I agree, right? But to be meta now and not stay just within the conversation of having a body. One of the things I'm trying to do with the show, I think your body would viscerally reject attending a show where at the end someone said something, no matter how true, said something such as, "In the end, we all must accept having a body, for it is how we all got here." For the show, I'm more interested in hearing what is killing you, what is giving you ecstasy. You know what I mean? So like ultimately, yes, I agree with you, but for a theatrical experience, I want to hear what aches. I want to hear what feels freaking orgasmic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like when you eat a corn dog as a little kid the first time, it's like, you know,
The
it's a certain,
first time eating it.
or the first time you eat an avocado.
Oh, I thought avocados were terrible, but I remember the first time enjoying avocado.
What was that?
Chipotle guacamole.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
What
Game
happened
changer.
here? What happened when you ate that?
You're really bringing. I'm really loving your energy right now, Garbanzo.
It's that COVID energy.
It is, yeah. Unfortunately, what happened when I ate it? It reordered what I thought avocado. I was like, I guess avocados can taste good. I guess guacamole can taste good. First time I had an avocado was because I saw them in a painting in art class, and I asked my mom to get them, and she just gave me a random piece, and it tastes like nothing plain. I love though the idea of like paintings being advertisings for avocado. You're like like as seen on TV, except it's like as seen in a painting in an art class. That's I find that charming. Luda, you were gonna say something about bodies though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that for most of my life I was like stuck in my head. And then like what I've been training to do like the last couple of years is to learn how to make decisions with my body. Because my body actually normally knows better than my mind. Kaya, stand down. So
That was really cool.
she's barking. But I think normally my body knows things quicker than my mind does. So like if I'm in a situation that makes me feel uncomfortable or I need to like leave, normally like my body will start telling me like I'll get anxious, I'll feel like electricity, like there's different forms that it takes. And I often like years ago I used to like always ignore that shit and my mind was like really unhealthy, and it was a feedback loop, so my body got like more unhealthy. But then now I've like been learning stand down. Now I've been learning how to like sorry. Now I've been now I've been like learning how to listen to my body. So like when I was in Elkton in Oregon, for example, my body knew for like a month and a half that like I needed to leave. Like I could just tell, but my mind kept being like, I was like slipping back to old ways. And so I was like, no, you got to stay for work. You got to do these things. Da, 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 da. And then it just like got bad. And then like my life coach was like, well, you weren't listening to your body. And then like the moment I listened to my body, I was like, okay, I got to leave town. And then my body like felt better. So like I've learned how like the body and the mind, they're like constantly in a feedback loop. And if you're ignoring one or the other, shit's haywire. So you have to like listen to both, is my personal philosophy.
Dave, are you doing insulin right now?
Yeah.
Dave and I both have diabetes, which is a weird part of having a body.
1 or 2?
We are both type 1.
Gotta say though, pretty arguments in favor of bodies. Diabetes squarely in the cons column.
Yeah, mostly because it's expensive.
I would say there's other reasons as well.
Can you tell me how things have changed from 2007 to now?
Why 2007?
With what?
With diabetes?
Mm-hmm.
But why 2007?
Oh, just because I took care of somebody.
Well, I don't want to get too deep into this, but essentially, like, I live in Illinois. Home Dave lives in Illinois, and the state's laws have changed about how much insulin used to be. And I know I've talked about this on the show before, but like insulin used to be like $300 a month sometimes, or like every couple weeks for insulin. And then there was a law that was passed by JB Pritzker where it's a max $35 a month, even if you have 2 different brands of insulin. So that came in kind of clutch. Yeah, so I will say diabetes and other body-related things, or IBS, you have that negative spot on the body parts, but it does lead to some funny stories sometimes.
I would say if I had to generalize about my experience with diabetes since 2007 and assume that everyone had the same experience, I would say probably the weirdest part is when everyone went into a coma in 2014. I thought that was a little weird when all the diabetics decided to do that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Garbanzo asked what has happened since 2007, and I am just saying I can't speak for everyone, but if everyone else is, Purple Train gets it.
Why did a lot of people go into diabetic comas at that time?
Well, my understanding is that a lot of people were selling their blood sugar test strips for weed money, and then we all went into comas, and then our friends in the comedy community all eulogized us on Facebook when they thought we had died, and then we all pitched the story to This American Life. So I mean, I'd say that's a pretty big thing in the diabetes community.
Was there a Miss American Life about it?
And this happened to every diabetic.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Dave?
Every single diabetic in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a This American Life about it?
There was, although I really just liked that you said Miss American Life, and I'm trying to really imagine like a this, but with like an Ira Glass voice, like active world peace.
I love the idea of being Miss American.
No, the reason I generalize from my own experience is because I don't know if I have my finger on the pulse of how diabetes has changed. I would suspect it maybe unfortunately has not, changed that much.
Yeah, but you are.
I agree. I fuck with Purple Train. I gotta say that. Am I like? Did I know this is so annoying when people say this, but am I gonna get us kicked off Twitch if I say F words and?
No,
you're fine.
I want to be allowed in this space. If you were,
you're.
I would
you really
run
just
away.
can't. You just
I
can't.
hate the idea of censorship.
You just can't play things that are copyrighted, and you can't. I think show too much nudity.
Okay. So Garbanzo's got us covered in that. Department.
He's not showing nipples.
I think Garbanzo's okay with how he is right now. If it keeps going, we're gonna have to take him off the stream, though.
I'm so sorry.
Nice.
Let's beat this.
Wait. What, Max?
Let's try to beat this.
I should have changed on the stream. I didn't realize we were all getting naked.
Yeah, I think there was some confusion there. I do believe that Home Dave was talking about his personal experience with diabetes. In case that wasn't clear.
Yeah, this is. I got some ring rust. This is good. This is good. Reminding me how to be clear in front of an audience and make jokes actually translate.
Was that a diabetic coma? Do you care? Do you mind? We were just talking about waking up. What? I'm gonna see if we can pull up the show image again.
Oh, the poster?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can put the poster back up.
How
yes,
would
it was a diabetic coma.
Would you describe waking up from a coma similar to the experience depicted in this image?
Let's see. The experiences, the differences I would say I had a tracheotomy, so there's a tube down my throat. So that was different than the image.
Yeah.
I had lost a lot of weight and my legs had shrunken. So even though Garbanzo didn't know that, I actually somehow thought that was what was being referenced because I talked about that in my first one-man show. And I thought maybe somehow that was the reference with the scrawny legs. So that actually was
that you wanted to be a pigeon.
Yeah, no. I understood that later, but that is ironically one of the things that actually is similar to the image.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Let's see. I don't think I was as spiffy as I this is a pretty spry wake up in this. There's a lot of energy behind those eyes.
Yeah, you kind of look a bit happy and stuff.
Yeah. I was definitely very dead-eyed and groggy and not with it in the
not
way
the normal Home Dave.
That's right. I wasn't like the hot show, waking up, coming back from
What's
Better
up?
Than Theo in full force. What's up? Yeah. So those are just some of the differences.
So your eyes were dead too?
Yeah.
What is it like to have your eyes be dead?
What?
When
Oh,
your eyes
purple.
are dead.
PC, you know that coma was better than Theo, okay? I'll take
Ooh, that's better than Theo.
That bumper threw me off so much. I thought there was a whole video starting to play because I didn't have sound on during the better than Theo.
Oh yeah, that is.
So that's why I must have sounded choppy because I was like, oh, there's about to be a huge long video.
Can we get it one more time? It was so good.
Ooh, that's better than Theo.
God, that's good stuff. That's really good.
Thank you to Ryan for the lovely bump.
So yeah, so I mean, what would it be good for me to? I mean, what do you want, Hot? Do you want me to keep talking about the Here to Make Friends show? Do you want me to talk about something else, or are you guys moving on to something else?
So I guess there's a couple of thoughts that I have. One is that, like talking about your coma and stuff, and like waking up from your coma. You do have that other show that you've kind of came out of that first one-man show, right?
Came out of the second one.
Oh, it came out of the second one. Yeah.
Because the second first one-man show is basically the story of the coma. The second one-man show is an exploration of the afterlife. And then this new one is Survivor, exploration of COVID through Survivor.
I have a tidbit that I just thought you might find interesting.
Sure.
I like to ask certain questions on first dates. And for some reason, when I was on a first date, I kept asking the question, what's the last thing that made you cry? Because for context, I'm an easy crier. Like, lots of stuff, like wholesome, cute dogs can make me cry. Lots of stuff. But when you ask,
what about like
someone new,
like evil, cute, like dogs that are cute, but they are not wholesome. They are maybe racist. They have bad things going on.
Fuck those dogs. 0 out of 10.
Okay.
Woo. This is a cat-only show. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't know, but I will say that the question that I asked was like, what was the last thing that made you cry? And I dated someone for nearly 3 years that their answer was this episode of Survivor, and I had never heard of, like, I was like vaguely familiar with Survivor, but it didn't seem like something that would really interest me. And then hearing this explanation made it a little more interesting to me. And part of that is because the context was like that this person just missed home and they missed their family and they missed being able to tell people that they loved them, especially when it was like they were scared or they needed like the support from like a loved one when they were doing something absolutely like terrifying or ridiculous and like one of the challenges. And he just like started crying, and like the person who was going through this on the screen, and then like the person who I was on the date with like told me that, and I was like, you know what, I wasn't expecting that answer, and like it was kind of cute.
Do you know what season it was? What contestant?
I have no idea. There's a Discord. This relationship is one of those that like you learn about Discord and what it does. So I know that they watched it like once a week with like the same friend group, like, and it was in 2018, but it must have been a recent episode. That's all I got. That's the most context I can give Home Dave.
I do want to say to Potato Lady, I'm so sorry to hear about being cut up with the onions. That sounds really tough. But yeah, Yeah. But hot. There was
Wow.
something. Oh, you were about to ask me about the podcast, I think.
Yeah. So you do have another podcast. It's like a show that you do regularly, and you've been doing it for years, right?
3 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's a
This
pretty
is your
good one,
afterlife.
Tom. This is your afterlife.
Hmm.
Uh, Also question based. I'm noticing a theme here.
Well, that was kind of. I mean, that was the thing that I realized when creating the new one man show is I did some I my impulse is to make a bunch of jokes because I am about to talk about myself in a serious way and I don't want
You can
to
make jokes if you
be
want.
pretentious, but I'm gonna just say that to get that impulse out of the way. But I did some like creative like soul searching, like where am I at? Like what's basically what do I do better better than any of the other things that I do? You know what I mean? Like what's my elite skill among all the things that I do? And then in terms of not that it's a competition, but what do I do better? What's the best thing I do better than most people? And I feel like it is in this conversational, interviewee question arena. Amy yawning or burping would kind of contradict that, perhaps. But I, by being on mute, it all undermines my self worth. But I that was thinking about that help like doing the podcast helped me think about writing the show in a way that just allows me to be a host, but hopefully with
Mm-hmm.
a more
Yeah,
heightened
yeah.
state.
And if anybody
Like
hasn't checked
naturally.
out This Is Your Afterlife, like it is a great podcast. I
It
listened to
is.
your episode with Stephanie Alma and it was great. Like
Thank you.
a lot of the interviews on there, like really interesting and like tender and
Yeah.
funny and smart. Like
There's
great stuff.
also, I will say, as a listener, there are some. Well, you get a very kind of a wide range of people. You get a lot of artists and musicians and like activists. Um, and one that you got was with the band Low, which
Mm-hmm.
was a really special conversation.
Wait, Low? I love the band Low.
Yeah, you should really check out that episode.
That's like honestly one of my favorite bands.
Yeah, same. You should. I mean, I got to talk to Alan and Mimi together, like a year before Mimi died. So it was, yeah, weirdly very, yeah. It was
About the thoughts
very
about
cool.
the afterlife and
Yeah,
like what you hope when you die and stuff. It's really quite a conversation to listen to now. It's beautiful.
Where can I find that? Okay.
This is
Okay.
your afterlife.
It's
On the which do you go in Spotify? You go in Apple Podcasts? You go in a different? How do you listen to podcasts?
There are a multitude of ways that I listen to podcasts.
Well, you can let me look up the episode. Let me see if I can. I wonder if I can put it in the.
If
Yeah,
you
I'll put it in the.
this, I'll find it.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Spotify is an easy way to find the episodes too.
Low is a band that I have followed for a long time and I love.
Yeah, they're amazing, and they were very. Yeah, they were very. inspiring just to talk to. Just like that, that last album is like one of their best ones, and I was just like talking to them about how cool it is that's
And
possible.
you got to meet them. I'm just so happy for you.
Well, and their reason, they were like, basically the reason is just that we never had a hit, so we were able to keep making weird records with people we loved, and that was like, being on the Hot Show, like Hot Show number 80. This is that to me was a very inspiring thing as like an independent artist, to just be like, yeah, I mean, who cares if Lorne Michaels is watching? The important thing is
or Lauren
Michaels, either one of them,
Or Jillian.
or Jillian Michaels. Great point. But
How
they
much she feels about having a body.
hot. Your job here is a difficult one. I speaking of respect, I give you great respect for wrangling the Hot Show gang. But yeah, just like, I don't know, to be an independent artist, having people who've done it for like 40 years be like, yeah, you just keep doing it, and not in a way where it's like, oh, and then they eventually, that's how they blew up on MTV. It's like, no, they,
That's eventually how they killed themselves.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think the idea he was trying to say was, like the MTV special is about like how they blew up, and then that's
Totally.
Yeah. I always think the way that you were talking about that reminded me of like albums like Born to Die, or I'm sorry, is it Too Young? Born to Die, Biggie, right? Ready to Die.
Mm-hmm.
And like that being the album title, and then he like very shortly afterwards died, like, and like interviews where you talk about it, it's a special place to be able to like talk about how you feel about life and stuff before, and having like records of that.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, I'm excited to check out that episode. It sounds cool.
Yeah. I do feel like.
Did you dream when you were in a deep coma? Unfortunately,
I did not. That question was kind of the genesis of my second one-man show, because people kept asking if I'd seen anything, and they said, everybody wants there to be something, and the truth is I did not see anything, but the sort of the second one-man show was like, well, maybe, what if I did see something?
No, you're gonna be mad because the first question is like, I feel like a lot of people would ask about like dreaming and stuff, and that would be my first question. And my second question would be like, how does pooping work? You're in a coma.
Well,
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'm asking out of curiosity.
Here, I have a little song I could sing, I guess.
Please.
It's been a while. It's been a while, so I might screw it up. It might be shit, as they would say. Do you didn't digest. Oh man, I totally am screwing this up a lot.
Do you want to talk about
Want to talk about bowel movements? Those foul-smelling lumps of whatever didn't digest. Man, I'm really fucking it up. Sorry, I didn't practice that one.
You've got it. Oh my
It's
goodness.
close.
Got it.
Foul smelling lumps.
Let's talk about those bowel movements.
Let's talk about poop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
if you feel like answering that, that's okay. If not, I was
It's
just
one of
curious.
my favorites.
Oh, you're asking me what happens with poops in a coma?
Yeah. I don't know why that was my first question, but
No, it's
you're
fair.
comfortable
It's just
answering
that
it.
it's just that I don't know. I wasn't because maybe fortunately I was not around consciously for that part. So that's more a question for
But
the
you
nurses.
didn't like ask once you like.
What you need to know is that
You know, you would think that after going through a
No
coma,
point. I'm just
That's the first question.
no
yeah,
point.
you would think I would be so with it and without trauma that I would be able to ask the poop question right away. Unfortunately,
Well, what kind of poop?
Well, like it's been years since then, and you still.
who doesn't have trauma these days? Come on.
see, great point. Thank you. My coma, who cares, right? Everybody has their coma. I agree.
Everybody has fucking trauma. It hurts.
Yeah, it doesn't excuse you. You gotta ask the shit question of the nurse. And the truth is, I failed. I didn't ask. At this point, I would just sound like any old schmo.
I would just think for the comedy purposes, you would have thought about shit though.
You know,
See, my comedy is more kind of
Home Date has a higher
existential,
tier of comedy.
more transcendent. I'm not really like a poop comedy guy, you know.
It's okay.
Wait,
It's okay
wait.
to be a higher tier.
Are you trying to say you're not going to talk poop in your new show?
Well, if it's anything like this, I'll be talking a lot of poop. This is very
about poop?
helping me prepare.
I will Google this later and or call my nurse sister tomorrow and just casually ask what happens to poop in a coma.
Well,
I feel
please, if you find out. I mean, I feel like we could do some Googling, right now.
We could.
What am I looking at? Do you poop in a coma?
They give you a bag.
Hold on,
Pump it
we
out
got
with the bag.
Yes. See, so this is it. That's a catheter. Most patients who are in a coma are not able to have any control over their bowel movements. In such a case, a catheter is used, which allows the patient to pass urine or stool and makes it easier for the home nurse to clean.
In a bag. You should have asked the bag's back.
What that was like? Do you have dreams?
Ask for a refund.
Because, like I've had dreams about having to pee when I needed to wake up early in the morning. Do you remember having dreams where you needed to pee?
I don't remember any dreams. So, unfortunately those included.
You remember no dreams.
Nothing.
I would like to highlight.
Isn't that a disappointment?
No, it's interesting.
I think it is. I think it is a disappointment.
I don't think it's a disappointment.
What are you liking to highlight, Amy?
Yeah, I really can't read that.
Well, I tried to zoom in as much as possible, but I really only got to. Somebody asked this question on Reddit. One of the first parts just says, "I used to work in a lot of ICUs, and the person in charge of cleaning up shit. Literally, this encompassed half of my daily job duties at the ICU." So,
how did you feel when you woke up?
Not great.
What animal would you say you felt like?
Better than Theo?
Yeah, whatever animals, but what animal would say? I say like I woke up from a coma. Like an eel, like some 2-dimensional. Well, what's one of those flat worms? Those little slug flat
Like
flat
nematode
slug
little-
worms. Yeah, like a nematode on the bottom of a rock.
We've reached something that makes Amy uncomfortable.
What do you remember
Here.
first from waking up? Like, what did you see first?
Okay, so here we go. Now I can give you good answers to these. I remember telling my sister-in-law that we needed to go to get frozen yogurt. Like right away, like, you know, which was so
Like,
impossible that
snap
I
out of
then
it,
spent.
That's what it was.
No, I didn't snap out of it. But that's the first thing I remember because I was foggy, so I had like sedatives. So it's like I was in and out. But the first like lasting thing I remember was saying we need to get frozen yogurt, and then immediately spending 3 more weeks in the hospital instead of getting frozen yogurt.
This
Or
I will say that does line up with what happens in what is the name of the show? Please hold.
While you're doing that, I think I got
What
this.
was the topic?
You want to talk about Paul?
Survivor, yes. Just
Whatever.
dude, purple. I gotta say, PC7. If you're in Chicago, you gotta come. You gotta come to here to make friends. I feel like you're on the wavelength. I feel like you're gonna like the show. I can set aside a comp for you if you want, or Thursdays pay what you want. So money should not be a barrier.
Why don't you
But sorry.
tell me
Hell yeah, bro.
what you think about bodily waste? Have you got shit to say about that mess in your toilet? Let's talk about poop, baby. Let's talk about diarrhea. The good things and the bad things that poop can be. Let's talk about poop. It had a little trouble coming out, but it made it.
Hey, don't they all? We got a lot of stuff going on here today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It was The Good Place. I could not remember that, but they eat frozen yogurt in it so much, and I thought that perhaps there is something tied between frozen yogurt and your wake-up call.
And the afterlife. Yeah.
I love what just happened in that second with Luda.
sorry, I was trying to tell Kaya to shut up, and then I realized I wasn't on mute, so then I muted myself so I could tell her to stop. Kaya, knock
It
it
was
off.
just nice because it said time, and then
No, it was me half
thought-provoking.
muting myself during Kaya. It sounded like time. That's weird.
I am kind of aware, that we've been on the show now for a little over an hour and a half. We try to keep the show between an hour and a half and 2 hours. So I feel like this is sort of the time of the show where we kind of start to think about, what we kind of want to do with the rest of our time here. I do have a song that is kind of related to some of the things that we've been talking about. We also have a little getting to know you song. Also, we could just kind of keep talking about what we're doing. We could do, we have a whole wheel of things to do on the show.
Speed draw.
So you do your getting to know yous at the end of the show?
Well, yeah, generally because it's kind of like a little deeper dive, and sometimes it takes a little while, and it can kind of slow things down occasionally. And so, we try not to like necessarily make it. It's kind of for guests that like are willing to hang out long enough that we get around to it.
We're a bunch of weirdos.
Well, I'll take cues from you all. I'll do whatever.
How y'all feeling? We do also have another person that was kind of hanging out in the back if they
Hi.
want to join.
I do have COVID fully right now.
I don't think it can be
it's really-
transferred to the rest of us, Garbans.
Can't get with COVID.
Yeah, I don't think viruses.
No, it
There are
won't.
viruses on
won't-
the internet, but I don't think that yours can get to us.
You know who's a virus? Theo.
I'll do my best.
Ooh, that's better than Theo.
What? One more time. That needs
Ooh, that's better than Theo.
Oh, so good.
I love that it's like the way that the narrator of that clip.
feels so good.
It's like good tasting barbecue or something. It's like, oh, that's better than Theo, and it makes Theo Theo sounds kind of cool. Yeah, that's the only problem with that bumper is it gives Theo too much credit.
Oh goodness.
Just because I won't really have an opportunity to say this again, I do want to say that that's the idea of that's better than Theo was an actual dream that I had where Dave and I had agreed to do a show together. Like we were going to do a live in-person show where Dave was going to host and I was going to be sort of the house band writing little goofy songs. And it was going to be called That's Better Than Theo. I have no idea why. Even in my dream, it wasn't like we were just like shooting down Theo. It was just called That's Better Than Theo. It was going to be a weird little comedy show. And I'm really glad that we made it happen, even if it was a very bizarre little thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe let's you want to get to know Dave a little more?
Yeah.
Seems like an interesting fella, home Dave.
I would love to get to know Dave a little more.
Get to know myself.
Home slice.
Tell us about yourself.
All right, I'm about to play a song. Quiet on out there. What is your favorite band, movie, or kitchen appliance? Tell us your story through an old pair of pants. I want to know you through your history of cars, or show us your trash. Show who you are. You don't have to paint it. You could use your bookshelf. I just want you to give us a self-portrait.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Hot.
So the first little part of that song is, what is your favorite band, movie, or kitchen appliance? You only answer one. So what is your favorite band, movie, or kitchen appliance?
Well, I'll say the most definitive one. Movie. My favorite is movie.
What's your favorite?
No, what is your favorite?
My favorite movie is the one that came most definitively and most quickly. There were other ones that came quicker that weren't as definitive, and there were other ones that might be more definitive that didn't come as quick. Bad Santa is one of my favorite movies.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's a good movie.
I watch it every Christmas.
Wow, that's fun.
Billy Bob Thornton.
It's very good. It's very funny. It's surprisingly smart. It for a movie about someone who's a piece of trash, made in the 90s or early 2000s, it holds up political correctness wise relatively well, which is pretty impressive, I think.
What I liked about that is that he wanted to eat a salad. He ate a salad. And then,
I can't take you seriously. You look like a Renaissance painting.
Yeah, you look like a Caravaggio, my man.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. That's the dream.
No,
I'm going to have to draw you now. I hope you know that.
Yeah, draw garbanzo like one of your.
You're not big. You're not big.
You're not big. It's okay.
Wait, but what's the question? Yeah, about a salad?
I think it was a statement.
It was just a statement.
Oh, he does eat a salad for a very brief segment. Yes.
I haven't seen this movie, and my only context of it is that my mom hated it so much that she threw it out.
Okay, that sounds like a good movie to me. Makes moms mad. Good thing about a movie.
Yeah. But I remember that my dad thought it was funny, and my mom hated it.
It's very funny. Yeah, and you've got speaking of like art with people who've now passed away, you've got John Ritter, you've got Bernie Mac, in some pretty solid performances.
Oh. Right.
Next.
Yeah. So the next little line is tell us your story through an old pair of pants. So if you have some pants that would help tell your story, we also, in the past, we have also accepted other articles of clothing.
What's your most worn out, tethered, crazy pair of pants that you have?
Or just a pair of pants that's nice that you.
I don't think Garbanzo has any pants or any shirts.
Maybe he's wearing shorts.
Garbanzo just has beautiful silk robes and curtains drape over his skin.
If you stay just still enough, this could
I am wearing pants.
Okay.
The second before the reveal, I was like, "Is he?"
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the opposite of what Garbanzo did. So Garbanzo's showing the skin. I'm teasing you because I'm not wearing pants right now because I just took them off. So these are.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
They're. Let's see. What's? Oh, they are. Old Navy. Okay.
Okay.
And this pair of pants is remarkable for the fact that they are not beat up. Normally, so here's a thing I'll tell you. Normally, I get holes, not exactly in the crotch, in the like thigh sides of the crotch from like rubbing.
Yep, that's pretty normal, I would say.
Right.
Love and.
Well, I didn't say I was special. I was just telling you about it.
Well, I just wanted you to you were like, this happens sometimes, and I was like, that happens to everyone. Don't worry. In case you thought you were the only person that happened.
No, I thought I was special, but you, instead of making me not worried, you made me now I'm worried that I'm unremarkable.
You are so remarkable.
Thank you so much. But these pants have
Can you
lasted
purr,
so long.
Garbanzo?
What?
Can you purr?
No.
This isn't a cam situation, Luda. We're getting to know Dave, home Dave, our home
So,
spice.
so
home
that's
Dave.
that's the most interesting thing I've got with pants is just that I have those and they've lasted a while, which is unique. Which now that I'm realizing it, it's got to be from the fact that, you know, the world has changed and I live indoors now and don't walk everywhere like I used to. But whatever, I'll take it.
Yeah. I feel like we got what we wanted on that one.
Okay.
This next little thing I'm going to do is not part of the song. It's a different little song. Somebody's here, and it's Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Ryan.
Ryan. Ryan. Hello, Ryan. It's great to see you. Ryan has been helping out in the behind the scenes tonight, coming and showing his face late in the game today, doing great work before this.
Oh, get out of here! Come on, just tinkering around behind the scenes, just doing, just hitting the beeps and boops, hitting the buttons. Ain't no thing. Great to finally
That
be
sounds
here.
pretty easy, actually. Then never mind.
Yeah, it really ain't no thing.
That sounds easy. Don't give him any credit. That sounds really
You're hitting
stupid
the
and easy.
Yeah, all right.
Hopping on the block.
I started, and then you moved.
What is it?
It's
It's
This
a,
still life.
it's a dinosaur? It's a dragon?
No.
Drawing of Garbanzo.
Mm.
It's very light. It's hard to see.
It was the hand that it was difficult.
Please draw home Dave.
Right. Yeah, that could be fun. Put your face on the body.
Yeah.
So
the next question on this.
the next question is, I want to know you through your history of cars, or show us your trash to show who you are. You get a choice here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go cars. Let's see. Can I do everyone? There's
we can really get bogged down in this one.
Yeah, I'll go. I'm gonna do a quick overview. Baby blue Dodge Caravan with wood paneling. Toyota 1990 Toyota Camry silver. I put tiger print seats on it and pink fuzzy dice in the mirror because I was really into being a very specific kind of suburban punk rock.
Have any of these had names?
No, I'm not very good at the naming thing.
All right. Just wanted to check.
And then I think it was just a black Civic. I think a black Honda Civic, and my biggest memory of that is drunk driving on the Lakeshore Drive to go on what's the highway that goes west towards the suburbs?
90.
Yeah, but the name of it.
88.
Not the Dan Ryan. It's the other one. The
94.
Anyway, that's why I don't drink anymore. So
2007.
What's the name of the car?
No name. Just final.
Steve.
This
Civic? The Toyota or the Civic?
Oh, it was a Honda Civic. Yeah.
Honda Civic.
Black Honda Civic.
You've owned almost all the cars. Me and my family.
That's why I did it.
Yeah.
I've been watching.
Yeah.
We're getting a
Dude, this is great. I love this show. What is this? What is this freaking potato car gonna be?
I don't think.
I don't know.
we can.
I can't figure out a way.
I'm having trouble actually.
I got
Damien,
this.
can you
I got
pull that
this.
up? I'm
You
actually
got it?
having trouble.
Hence
Well,
that we could
hold
do
on.
a
This
speed draw of a potato car.
this
I got
this
this.
is an interesting question. Potato Lady puts in the chat, "This is my car." Is your car whatever is pictured in that JPEG, or is your car the JPEG file, or is your car the URL that takes us to the JPEG? There's three options for what Potato Lady's car could be, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
I
mean, in a way, the URL.
And we could draw a potato.
The URL resembles a car.
Oh, it's a picture of my car.
It in some ways
disappointed.
that brings up that brings up an interesting point, though, because in some ways a URL is like a car in that it transports you to something else, like somewhere else.
Well, wait. Now there's a whole other series of questions, because this car is a potato with wheels on it. So, Potato Lady, do you get inside of a car made of a potato? Are there two potatoes traveling, or are you not even am I confused what a potato lady is? Are you
go off, King?
I'm just wondering, is this a cannibal situation, or what's happening exactly?
I mean, I think you're free to interrogate Potato Lady's existence. Maybe a little less respectful than earlier, but
that's not so real. Okay, well, listen.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Sorry.
Potato Lady's car.
My
awesome.
understanding of Potato Lady is that Potato Lady seems to live in some sort of world where literally everything is potatoes.
It's like Legos. Just because she's made of Legos and her car is made of Legos, it's like the same thing.
Right, like it seems like she eats potatoes, loves potatoes, eats a potato. Also, I think poops potatoes. I think that was on the poop episode.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of potato things, but I think you're also kind of right to question the existence of Potato Lady a little bit.
Well, I didn't mean to go hard. I
mostly was doing a callback there.
Yeah. Everything is
VIP.
That is so. Honestly, that's real. That's so real. Is that this reality? Because it feels like this reality.
Yes.
All right. So to get back to this little thing here.
Those are my cars. Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah.
Just figured out
Your car is not a potato car.
Yeah.
But so the last little bit is you don't have to paint it. You could use your bookshelf. I just want you to give us a self-portrait. And this is your opportunity whether to decide if we've gotten enough information through these questions that we've asked already, or if there's something else that you would like to present somehow as part of your self-portrait. But you're also free to kind of say, that was enough. You got everything you needed out of Bad Santa, that pair of Old Navy pants, and those 3 cars.
I got one more thing.
Okay.
But I am going to have to go to the bookshelf. So I'm going to step away. Give me anywhere from 10 to 60 seconds.
Okay.
10,
60,
9,
59,
8,
58,
7,
56,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
51,
1.
50, 49,
Okay.
40.
So I did the bookshelf.
You were a lot closer to 10 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't want to rush myself, but I was pretty proud of it.
57.
Okay. So here it is. This is. Do you know this book, Hot Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl?
Oh, I recently acquired a copy, but I've never read it myself.
Great book, really good book. I reference it on This Is Your Afterlife quite a bit. I feel like because it is one of the first books that I read, maybe the first book I fully read after waking up from the coma. And I actually didn't think about that when I grabbed it. There's just a paragraph in it that I really like. That risks. I'm risking pretension again.
Go off, King.
Thank you, King.
Pretension.
Let me. Okay, let me make sure I'm doing the. Okay, it's two paragraphs. Here we go. Okay, so this book is it's kind of a. I think academics don't respect it as much. It's like it's accessible, so I feel like it's looked down on for being written accessibly. But it's this like psychiatrist, who survived a concentration camp and basically wrote about. I mean, Man's Search for Meaning is the title of the book, and that's like very that's just like that is what the book is about. Okay. So here are he's just writing about the meaning of life. Okay, so what was really needed was a fundamental change in our attitude toward life. We had to learn ourselves, and furthermore, we had to teach the despairing men that it did not really matter what we expected from life, but rather what life expected from us. We needed to stop asking about the meaning of life and instead to think of ourselves as those who were being questioned by life, daily and hourly. Our answer must consist not in talk and meditation, but in right action and in right conduct. Life ultimately means taking the responsibility to find the right answer to its problems and to fulfill the tasks which it constantly sets for each individual. He goes on. These tasks, and therefore the meaning of life, differ from man to man and from moment to moment. Thus, it is impossible to define the meaning of life in a general way. Questions about the meaning of life can never be answered by sweeping statements. This is kind of what I think that's kind of what I was getting at with the body stuff before. Quote, life does not mean something vague, but something very real and concrete, just as life's tasks are also very real and concrete. They form man's destiny, which is different and unique for each individual. I know there's a lot of just man talk, but that's who he is. No man and no destiny can be compared with any other man or any other destiny. No situation repeats itself, and each situation calls for a different response. Sometimes the situation in which a man finds himself may require him to shape his own fate by action. At other times, it is more advantageous for him to make use of an opportunity for contemplation and to realize assets in this way. Sometimes man may be required simply to accept fate, to bear his cross. Every situation is distinguished by its uniqueness, and there is always only one right answer to the problem posed by the situation at hand. I don't know if I buy the whole one right answer thing, but the whole didn't matter what we expected from life, but rather what life expected from us. I won't expound. I'll just say that's what I'd add to my self-portrait.
That's great. Yeah,
good, right?
That quote in particular did strike me. Let's see.
I'll take that.
Very nice, very nice. So we're coming up pretty hard here at 2 hours. I did have the thought maybe we could end with a little. If you guys are so inclined, maybe we could end with a little
Speed draw.
speed draw.
I was just in the middle.
A lot of
drawing.
like Western themed bumpers.
There are a bunch of Western themed bumpers we're doing today. Now that I don't know if all of you are prepared to do a little speed drawing or not, but here's the idea. Here's the idea that I had for what we should speed draw, and it's we should draw a man searching for meaning. In a minute.
All right. Wait, do you want me to set the timer?
Yeah. Let's make sure everyone's ready. What?
Does everyone gather your art materials, please?
We're drawing a man searching for meaning.
Yeah.
Oh goddamn!
Ah. All right.
It,
1 minute.
hold on. I think
I gotta get my.
Dave's
get
still
my-
gathering. Luda, are you going to join us on this?
No, it's,
Kai, are you going to join us on this?
maybe I'll do it digitally because it's pitch black here.
Oh yeah. Kaya?
Kyle's got it, or Kaya's gonna do it.
Okay.
Kyle.
Kyle. Kyle.
All right. I think I figured this out.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Mhm.
A man searching for meaning. 3, 2.
We have a
1.
minute.
Mm-hmm. That was not it.
That was not it.
How long do we have?
A minute. Wow, this minute seems to be lasting longer than I expected.
You saying that and then. Oh, bing! I think I turned the sound off. Because it's so aggressive.
You didn't turn the sound off. It was quite loud.
Okay, all right. I think we all know that it ended. All right.
A new bleep.
Not gonna be good.
Oh, here. I'll start us off here.
What the bleep do we know?
I love it.
All right.
Whoa.
I see a garbanzo.
It's not gonna be great.
I love it. Very, very.
I actually really enjoyed that. Yeah, I see.
Dang, that's like mine is so similar to that.
What about?
Great. Let's see.
So you see, I got my
Wow,
guy.
even down to the
Then-
hair.
Wow. Yeah.
And then-
Seriously.
I was gonna make this crosses, and then it turned into a door. And then I said it was a wardrobe, and then I said C.S. Lewis was right. This has been. I just want you all to know that God loves you very much, and in all the work I do, I try to glorify Him. And this is the altar call.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, I think that's the point. Yeah.
Now, dear Lord, please sanctify Amy.
I
They are a
really
heathen.
respect
They are
the
a.
box. Bashing the box.
I like the arm just like waving up.
So much happening in that I love. Oh, that's a
It
lovely.
also looks like there's a really big penis in it.
It does kind of look that way.
Okay, talk about meaning. All right.
I don't see
He's got
any
meaning.
penis in that.
He's got several
I
inches
see
of meaning.
zero penis in there.
Part of me thought that it would be funny, like if he's like looking and then just looks down and then sees the giant queenie. Because
Kyle,
It's been here all along.
Kyle, are you going to show yours?
Let me. I'm trying to.
Kyle.
I'm trying
Kyle.
to see. If I can upload it.
Dear
I
Kyle.
don't know. I drew it on the
Lord, we
computer.
lift our friend Kyle to you.
I drew it on the computer, and I don't know how to share it with you guys.
it looks again like garbanzo.
If you text it to me or email it to me,
Okay, I'll email it to you.
okay. And then we got to get the heck out of here.
Yeah, I have COVID. I have to go to sleep.
Yeah,
You mentioned
when you said that you had COVID, I expected that meant you were not going to show up to this show. And then when you showed up, I just thought, oh, there's no way you're going to be staying on very long. I'll just put you on real quick at the start. And you have stayed here the entire time.
Yeah, Garbanzo, you got to get rest.
Are you gonna go to bed?
No, stay up forever. See how that goes.
I sent it.
Push it to the limit.
I
love it. I love this.
Time ran
These
out.
guys are not a good band. They're not a good band.
I don't even know what band that is. I just have it in the back of my brain.
One more time. Sorry.
I remember being like, push it to the limit.
Eagles said,
yeah, fuck the Eagles.
You know what? Honestly, this is my favorite one.
Time ran out though, and so I spelled meaning wrong, but
Not
we ran out of time. So
I thought you meant it.
Spelled wrong.
You know,
Honestly, did you spell it wrong or did you spell it right?
Better.
Kyle's my favorite artist of all time.
I thought it kind of fit. Kyle did okay.
messing?
All right. I think we've had enough about enough of this.
I know we're not allowed.
Hot the cat. Will you
meaning
include the link that I sent in the comments in case anyone wants to buy tickets to the show?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Check out Dave's show.
Can I say one thing?
Wait. Let me finish promoting the show first.
Yeah, this is my big chance, Garbanzo. Come
on. September 28th.
Before you go into that.
1st.
No.
Yes, Ryan?
No.
No. What was it, Ryan?
What?
He was doing a bit.
What the
The bit is no one comes to my show and I lose all sense of meaning in my life and purpose.
Well, you have that book though.
Dave,
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you that you're beautiful and I love what you're doing.
Honestly, Garbanzo, on a true level, I appreciate that. But on another level, get bent.
Yeah.
I thought that would go a little better. Thank you. Thanks for saying that, Garbanzo. That's very sweet.
Thanks so much, Dave, for hanging out with us here. This has really been such a pleasure. You're literally welcome anytime to come hang out with us.
This was really fun. And after the show's over, I definitely will stop by more.
Yeah, that'd be great. That was the hot show. Thank y'all for coming down. The hot show. Thank you all for sticking around. Hope you had some fun, but now the show is done. So go on, get out of here. baptized?